Hello, everyone. Sorry for the delay due to the technical problem. Welcome to this session about graduate degree school program offered in English at Keio University. There are two speakers in this session. The first speaker, Professor Norihisa Miki, will be giving a talk about Keio University itself and about the Graduate School of Science and Technology. The second speaker, Dean and Professor Masa Inakage, will talk about Keio University Graduate School of Media Design, known as KMD. There will be a Q&A session after each presentation, so if you have any questions, please write them in the chat box below. Now let us begin with the first presentation. Professor Miki, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Sato. So my name is Norihisa Miki. I'm the Vice Dean of the International Center. So first, I'd like to introduce the Keio University itself to you. And let me share the screen. Okay, so I believe you can see this one. So, Keio University is one of the biggest and also the best universities in Japan. And our campus is located in the very center of the Tokyo area and also around the Tokyo area. So you may know Shibuya or Shinjuku, Roppongi or Akihabara, so they are around here. And the other campuses like Hiyoshi and also Yagami campus are very close to this Tokyo area. It's kind of within an hour by train. Okay. So as I said, the Keio University is a big university. So we cover the many faculties and we do have 14 graduate schools. Let me check. So Graduate School of Letters, Economics, Law, Human Relationships, and Business and Commerce, School of Medicine, Science and Technology, Media and Governance, Health Management, Pharmaceutical Sciences, Business Administration, called like KBS, System Design and Management, SDM, and School of Media Design, KMD, and Law School. So depending on the graduate schools you belong to, you're going to study at these kind of campuses. Mita, Hiyoshi, Yagami, Shinanomachi, Shona Fujisawa, and Shiba Kyoritsu. So Keio University is, as I said, it's the biggest university, one of the biggest universities in Japan. Also, it was the first institution of higher education in Japan. So it was founded in 1858. So we celebrated 150 years anniversary a couple of years ago. It was founded by Yukichi Fukuzawa. He is very popular for his introduction of the kind of Western cultures to Japan. And also his face is on the 10,000 yen bills. Okay, so that is why the Yukichi Fukuzawa is very popular. Oh, here it is. We do have more than 33,000 students and more than 2,000 international students are studying here. And we do have more than 3,000 staffs and we are all belong to Keio universities. And also Keio University is very famous, known for its alumni network. It's a very strong network. And we do have also the global network too. And for example, like in total, the members are more than 300,000. And in Japan itself, we do have like more than 800 associations, which is called Mita Kai, because we do have Mita campus. And around the world, we do have more than 70 Mita Kai. For example, in Europe, we do have the Mita Kai, Moscow, United Kingdoms, Netherlands, Frankfurt, Düsseldorf, Munich, Vienna, etc. And also like East Asia, like Korea, Seoul, Hong Kong, Beijing, blah, 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 and also South Asia, and even Oceania too. So it's a very strong network. And we do have many, as I said, like we do have many graduates, and including the 3 former prime ministers and even 2 astronauts. And more than 2,000 CEOs of the major countries, major companies are graduating from Keio University. And that is why the Keio is ranked ninth in top 100 global executives alma mater index by Times Higher Education. And we do have many exchange programs. So if you find your universities here, okay, maybe it is easier for you guys to join the exchange programs, but if not, you still have many chances to come to Keio University. And we can offer the very wonderful, happy student lives. Okay, I really envy you guys. We do have more than 500 clubs and circles. And so Waseda University is another good private university in Tokyo area, and the rivalry between Keio and Waseda are very, very popular, famous in Japan. And you see here the ice hockey game between the Keio University and Waseda University. So actually I'm in charge of this kind of skating clubs, and 2 years ago we won this Keio Waseda ice hockey game for the first time in 43 years. However, in the baseball, the Keio is really good, and also like we do have regatta and also tennis and other sports, and also like music and other stuff. So you can enjoy not only the study and the good education, but also you can enjoy the student life a lot at Keio University. Okay, so this is the overall introduction of the Keio University. So I want to move on to the Graduate School of Science and Technologies. So let me stop the sharing this. Okay, so then I want to share. Oh, okay, so before I share, I have to change my virtual screen. So right now, this is the Hiyoshi campus, and I want to change into the Yagami campus. This is the Yagami campus. Okay, so where we study. Okay, so. Okay, so. So here we go. So I also served as the chair of the committee members of the international affairs at the Faculty of Science and Technology. So from now on, I would like to talk about the Graduate School of Science and Technology. So this is actually the undergraduate courses. So we do have 11 departments. So we basically cover like a wide range of science and technologies, which include mechanical engineering, electronics and electrical engineering, applied chemistry, applied physics and physical informatics, industrial system engineering, mathematics, physics, chemistry, system design engineering, information and computer science, bioscience, and informatics. And at the graduate school, we do have only 3 graduate schools: fundamental science and technology, integrated design engineering, science for open and environmental systems. So it means, so you are going to belong to one of these schools. However, you are going to learn many disciplines. Okay, so as I said, like we do have 11 departments at the undergrad school, and they are merged into, or actually like they're going to be only like 3. So at least like, okay, so 11 divided by 3 is like 3 point something. So you have to at least study like 3 domains. And also one of the big characteristic of the Keio and also Japanese graduate school is we are quite research oriented. Okay, so once you come to the master courses here, you are going to work on your own project. And also like you have many chances to, for example, like present in the international conferences and also publish in the archival journal papers. And these research covers, but not limited to, AI and data science. For example, now it's a very hot topic right now. And for this session, like we particularly have the so-called like AI consortium. So where you can study AI and also like work with AI, and also you can teach AI to other students. So that is kind of an interesting system, like students learn, students teach each other. So it's called like AI consortium. so which is working very, very actively. And also we do have the Keio University Quantum Computing Center. Okay, so it's kind of Keio University is a big hub of the quantum computing research in Japan. And we do have the contract with the IBM. So if you come to Keio, you can work on the IBM Q to work on the quantum computing. So robotics is also the big topic right now. And for example, a week ago, we had a Cybathlon 2020. So this is kind of world or global competition for the powered wheelchair race. And the Keio University, the team of the Keio University named Fortissimo joined this competition, and they won the third prize, third prize in the competitions. So this is kind of best in from the Japanese teams. And so the person here in the center is the Professor Ishigami. He's originally working on the space robots, like a rover on the Mars and moons, but now like he's working also on the powered wheelchair race. And the biotech is also hot, and also the medical science and engineering is also very hot. So as I said, Keio University has a department or school of medicine and a school of pharmaceutical sciences, and also a school of graduate school of health management. So our graduate school collaborate with the schools, okay, and then working on a lot of collaborative works together. And of course, like we are working in aeronautics and astronautics. As I said, the Keio University alumni of 2 astronauts. In the environment and city. Okay, so there are many domains and many research topics like we can work on. So if you come to the our graduate school, you can learn a lot. You can study the hot topics, and you can study actually multidisciplinary domains. And we offer 2 programs for the international students. One is a degree programs, and the other is a non-degree programs. Okay, so as I said, they both are research oriented. We do have 2 programs for a degree program. So one is the International Graduate Program called IZP, and also we do have double degree program. And for the non-degree programs, we have exchange program and visiting students program. Next slide. Okay, so first I'd like to introduce the International Graduate Program, IZP. Okay, so this IZP, all courses are offered in English. Okay, and this is for the master and PhD degree course. And you can submit the application from abroad. You don't have to come to Japan for the applications. Okay. But you have to find your supervisor before you apply for these applications. So if you go into the website of the Keio University or graduate school or faculty and School of Science and Technology, there you can find many professors who are working in various fields. So pick up one professor, actually contact the professor to ask him or her to be your supervisor before you apply for this program. And also we started the double degree programs from 2006. So this is for the students from the selected partner universities. You see the Leibniz University, Hanover, Aachen University, blah, blah, blah. So basically it's kind of universities in Europe. But if you belong to these universities, you can apply for these double degree programs. So after you spend some time in your home country or your home's university, and then come to Keio for 2 years for the master course, then after you graduate, you can have the master degrees from Keio universities and also your home university. So that is why it's called double degree programs. And also last year we studied the Japan Europe Master on Advanced Robotics. So this is also another double degree program. So if you are interested in this field, like advanced robotics field, you can apply for this. So in this program, at the first year, you spend the first year in Europe, in the either called Central de Nantes, France, University of Genova, Italy, or Warsaw University of Technology, Poland. And then you come to Keio University and work on your research topic for 1 year. And then you can have the double degrees from Keio and also from these universities. So you can apply for this GEMARO program. For the non-degree programs, the first one is exchange program. So this is the program with the partner universities. Okay, so it can be like 1 semester or 2 semesters, and you can take lectures and also you can get great credit. Okay, all the lectures and the courses are offered in English, and so you can choose actually the courses or research. So instead of taking the courses, you can simply work on your own. You can focus on your research in the laboratories. And of course, like for this, you have to decide your supervisor before you apply for this. And also, if you do not belong to the partner universities, but still you can come to Keio University as the visiting student. Okay, and you can do the research up to 6 months. Unfortunately, you cannot take courses and get the credit, but at least like, you can work on your research. And of course, like all the environment, like the course, not courses, but basically you can communicate with professors and also students, also staffs in English. Okay. So right now, like we do have around more than like 200 international students at the Yagami campus, 30 undergraduates, and 104 master course students and 63 PhD course students. So this is the situation in the May 2019. And also actually we do have more, like we have like 36 exchange students and 26 research students. So as you know, right now the COVID-19 situation is very bad all over the world. But now, like from actually this November, we start welcoming the foreign students who have to study student visas to Japan. So for example, like 2 WD students and 1 exchange student are coming to my laboratory from this fall, and they all successfully came to Japan, and now actually they are under the quarantine. But from I think it's the next week that they can come to my laboratory. So these are kind of nationalities. So we do have the students from China, France, Spain, South Korea, Taiwan. Basically, like we have a lot of students from many countries. So if you come to Keio universities, I believe you can find 1 or 2, at least like 1 or 2 friends from your own country. And as I said, like we do have 6 campuses. The Keio University has 6 campuses, and our campus is in Yagami campus. So here's the Yagami. And around this Yagami campus, we do have 9 dormitories. So once you are enrolled in in these kind of programs, you can stay in this dormitory. And of course, like you live alone or outside dormitory, it's okay, but we can offer the very nice international dormitories for you. Okay, so I'd like to stop here. And if you have any questions, like you can ask me on the chat box, and also you can check on the website. Okay. Okay, so let me check the chat and then like see the questions. Okay, so first, like you have to do the applicants. Oh, okay, so now actually my chat box is closed, so let me go back again. Okay, so the first question is that do the applicants have to have the GRE scores Yes, I think you have to have the GRE scores to apply for the school, and that is actually, you know, the kind of the criteria for the selections. So it's important to have the GRE. And the next question is the postdoctoral positions. For the postdoc positions, you just simply apply for the professors who you want to work with. Okay, so we do not have the official program for the postdocs. Okay. And then can the students with bachelor's degree apply for the non-degree programs, exchange programs? So that is difficult. For the exchange program, you have to belong to the graduate schools of other partner universities. Okay. And for the degree program, for the IGP, of course, you can apply for them. But for the exchange program, you have to belong to the other universities, graduate school. And any scholarships? Yes, we do. We do have many scholarships, and you can find the information on the website of the school, Science and Technologies. And postgraduate nurse. We do not have the, so our faculty, Graduate School of Science and Technology do not have the nurse course, but the Keio University has the Faculty of Nursing and Medical Care. So maybe you can contact them, okay? And then as international students, we already need to choose the courses that we will take during the exchange so we can apply for the exchange program in our home university. Where can we find the courses that we can take in Keio University and description of each course? Let me see. Right now, I don't think you cannot see the syllabus, but you can find the name of the lectures. Okay, so I will be consulting this with the schools later, or like at least like you can go to the website and check, and if you find any interesting topics and if you want to have more information, just ask us. Okay. What are the MBA courses available? Okay, so if you go not the graduate school of science technology, but we do have the KBS, like Keio Business Administration School, so you can apply for that course. Okay. Are there courses that combine technology and business? So that is a very good question. So our graduate school have only the technology, basically take care of the technology, but still we do have the, as I said, like the kind of finance and also yes, financing and also marketing courses. Okay, so you can see that kind of things. And also, for example, other graduate schools like system design and management and school of media design, they may have the combination of the technologies and business more. Okay. Are there any free exemptions? I don't think so. Okay, so what is the minimum GRE score? We cannot offer you the numbers right now. Okay, so is there a general entrance exam to take for applying, or is there a university-specific exam? For entering the graduate school, you don't have to take classes. You don't have to take the kind of specific exams, especially for the international students. But you can check the, you have to submit GRE and also, I think TOEFL, okay, and also some reference letters from your school. You can check with the website to see the information. May I know if any language certificate needed to apply master's degrees? If you can communicate with the others in either English or Japanese, that is fine. Okay. And you don't have to be fluent. You don't have to be fluent in Japanese right now. Okay. Is GRE subjects tests absolutely necessary for the application? I think so. Okay, so I think it's kind of math and sorry, like I do not have the answer right now. So about the GRE test for the applications, please check with the website. Also, like please contact us. Okay. So the next one is what is required to get acceptance from an academic supervisor. So basically, you can contact the professors and ask them for your to be your future supervisor. Okay, and for example, like some professors may not be able to accept you because like they already have sufficient or actually too many students, or they may think your interest is a little bit different from their expertise. But you can find so there are many professors unless you can find one or two. So. So the first thing is like at least like you have to contact with the professors and then get the permissions like to be your supervisor once you are accepted by the Keio University. Okay, so at least you have to pass the exam. You have to be accepted by the Keio University. That is fine. That is the kind of first, the first. But for that, actually, like you have to decide the supervisor. Are there any interviews during the application process? No, but not from Keio University. But when you ask the professor to be your supervisor, he or she may ask you to have the interviews. Okay. Okay, so then let me go to the next questions. Is that mandatory to take linear major with my previous major? So it means like you can change your major when you get into the graduate school. Okay, so of course like you have to have some kind of fundamental knowledges about your kind of new major. Okay, so for example, like your original major is mechanical engineering, and then you want to work on the biology. At least you have to have the knowledge, kind of the undergraduate level knowledge about biology. Okay, but if you do so, you can change your major. This is very okay. And as a master student, do we have to choose between the 3 departments or the other 11? Okay, as a master student, you belong to one of the 3 graduate schools. Okay, you belong to one of the 3 graduate schools. And actually, under the graduate school, basically, we do have like 5 or 6 kind of small groups of the researchers. Okay.
Professor
But,
Miki, I'm
yes.
afraid it's about to wrap up. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So we still have like more than 25 or 26 questions, but hopefully I can answer you later. But so let me stop here, and then like so we are going to the next session. Okay. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Miki. We hope all of you have enjoyed the session. Now, please welcome our next speaker, Dean and Professor Masa Inakage. He will talk about Keio Graduate School of Media Design, known as KMD. There will be a Q&A session after this presentation too. Please write down your questions in the chat box. Professor Inakage, over to you.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. I hope you're healthy and you're safe. Let me use my deck of slides to explain you the unique features of our school KMD. So here we go. We are located right in front of Hiyoshi Station and Hiyoshi campus. So this is, we're housed in this building, and I'm going to explain you something very radical, perhaps, because we are in a very special time in the history. 2020 will have a divide between the old normal and the new normal, as many people say. So we are in the year of Great Reset. The question is, do you want to be part of the leader in shaping the new society? Or are you just going to wait and then be part of it? At KMD, we want our students to take the lead role rather than the follower role of reshaping the society. We call these innovators media innovators, and they will be able to envision the future and act today, which is called futures literacy. They have many skills of digital media. We are in the era of, not only because of COVID-19, a great transition from the old to new, but with the digital technology called digital transformation is also happening at the same time at the accelerated speed. So digital media literacy is equally important. Now, if you are going to not do an incremental improvement of the current society, but redesign a radically new society, which is more preferable and desirable, then you need to have innovation thinking, connecting different seemingly random dots to spark your ideas, new values, and new perspective. So these are the literacies that media innovators, the leader of tomorrow, needs to have. KMD is about creativity and innovation to design our desirable near future. We are very unique in many ways. First, we have English and Japanese, a dual language system of communication and training. So if you can speak either English or Japanese, you can be admitted. We have multiple physical footprints. We're headquartered in Hiyoshi. However, we also have different locations. We are project-centric. Because of these three unique features, especially because of English, we currently have over 60% of students represented internationally. And right at this moment, from 23 countries of our degree program students. And this September, we were very positively surprised that we got the number of intake students, which made a record for September batch students this year, despite of the lockdown, despite of many things shifted fully online without using physical campuses. So this proves that KMD is continue to provide values, and especially for the designing of future. The 60% of international students bring in cultural diversity. We also admit students from almost any disciplines, from computer science, dentistry, medicine, engineering, design, music conservatory, philosophy. Any discipline that you have can contribute to reshaping the next society. We also have age group diversity from age 20 all the way up to 60s. So in summary, KMD is a community of diversity. Diversity is really important for innovation because you need to blend multiple perspectives and value sets. So here, this is our headquarters campus, the building that I showed you the first slide, and multiple laboratories and facilities for making things. We also have collaboration between National University of Singapore, or NUS, and Singapore. So we also have a physical lab within NUS campus. We also have satellite offices in Osaka and different parts of Tokyo. 2 months ago, we launched a new physical facility by the Bayfront of Tokyo called Takeshiba District. And you can see a brand new building and brand new satellite laboratory of KMD. So KMD used to rely on the physical spaces, although we had multiple physical locations that are connected by the internet. So students and faculties could be anywhere. As you can see on the top left, faculty is lecturing from remote location. There were many clustered, intense discussion on the bottom left. However, 2020 and onwards, All the classes right now is done on Zoom and some physical access to campus, but with limited number of students, as you can see here. We also have several global partnership programs. One is called Global Innovation Design, or GID program, with Royal College of Art and Imperial College London in UK, and Pratt Institute in New York, USA. Here again, between London, New York, and Yokohama, we are interconnected by this video conferencing system to collaborate online as well. The other partnership program is called SEMS. This is an international business school consortium of 33 schools in 6 continents, and each school represents one country. You get KMD master degree plus international management master degree from SEMS consortium. It's a double degree program. However, the core value of KMD is on real project. We do try and error processes to design our desirable near future through this pipeline of 0 to 1. We fail and learn and iterate process of improvement. Some of your project ideas can be translated into commercialized products, services, or even launch startups. For non-business, social contribution is very important to us. We are using a method called dream-driven design, which uses sense making to identify weak signals for the future, and then imagine and dream about your dream future, maybe 10 years, 15 years ahead of you. Then we will do backcasting to today and decide what we can do today towards the future of your desirable society. There are 12 clustered projects right now at KMD, but let me introduce you through a different lens today because we are talking about the future. So some of the projects look at future of planet. We are very serious about sustainability issues, SDGs. We're interested in circular economy and circular design. We're interested in inventing new materials that could be biodegradable, and also redesign the manufacturing process itself. Future of society and lifestyle. We live in a very interesting time, especially in Japan. The country is going to be in a super aging society. So whatever we had as a society needs to be redefined for a different demographic. There will be many digital transformation-based changes. So in the Takeshiba district, we applied for deregulation special zoning, which means we can experiment things that are normally illegal to do, but only in Takeshiba district we're allowed to experiment. We want to redefine our physical space after COVID-19. We want to redefine many societal values and lifestyle itself. We are also working on future of human and senses. What if we have tails? What if we have 4 arms? These what if questions are very powerful tool to envision us and stretch our minds to invent something radically new. We are interested in education and learning because if we want to train and inspire kids to be super creative, they need to be creative from early age on, during K-12, higher education as well. So we are challenging to bring in many different ways of inspiring kids and students and even university undergrad students to rethink to be more creative. We are interested in society, and therefore culture and arts are very important part of our everyday life to enrich our lives. So we're interested in bringing in advanced technology and for the performing arts, immersive interactive arts, and also otaku and pop culture. We're interested also in inventing something that's very important for inclusive society. If you look at the image on bottom left, these are two musical instruments, but there are also prosthetic arms. So by doing this, we can have all these disabled people to be part of our society, to be super creative. Future of communication is very important. During this lockdown, we relied so much on social media, and we still do. We want to stretch our idea of what communication means to us. It's not only about human-to-human communication. The upper left image is a communication between robot and human. On the right, the public bench that's lit up can talk to the person who's sitting. So between things in our everyday life, including public space and private space, the IoT, Internet of Things, can be connected and also be effective. So it has emotion and it can communicate to you. On the bottom left image, we also have a challenge of communicating with nature. So all these together, the future of communication is not only about 5G that we are thrilled about right now in 2020, but it needs to be challenged and redesigned for a more diverse way of communication. KMD weighs value on impact. As a higher education, we want to contribute academically through publications. But more importantly, we have interest in economic impact of starting businesses, launching commercialized products and services. Also for non-businesses, as I already mentioned, social impact is very important. So this Jeans Meme eyeglass is co-invented by us and many other research universities with Jeans company, an eyewear manufacturer. It has lots of sensors embedded, so the eyeglass can sense emotion and stress level. Agri is an autonomous vehicle or carrier that it can carry heavy load of things for the farmers, for the agriculture industry. We launched a company and now it's in the process of commercializing this product. We have a strategic alliance with a Japanese rural city called Sabae. The city is famous for Japanese lacquer. Japanese lacquer is used for kitchenware for Japanese cuisine, like a bowl of rice, plates, chopsticks. However, many of the lifestyle today is shifting from Japanese cuisine to Western cuisine. So the Japanese lacquer industry is in decline, and they approached us to join force to rebrand Japanese lacquer. It is aesthetically beautiful, but it doesn't have to be used only for the Japanese kitchenware. So we also launched new types of products as it's shown here on the slide. Tumblers, for example. We also launched companies. I will show you just two companies because of the time constraint. So this Teleexistence Inc. is inventing and manufacturing this robot that's remotely controlled. You can move around, you can look around, you can touch and feel remotely. So during this lockdown, if you wanted to travel somewhere, you can do it virtually as well. But if this robot can be installed in a remote area. Daily is a company of lifestyle. So it looks at herb teas and other things that's healthy for your lifestyle. The first retail store was opened in Taipei in Taiwan, and then the second in Tokyo, and it's adding its stores worldwide. So you can see it's not a regular traditional sense of a graduate school of master's and PhD degree programs, but we are innovators. We want to make things. We also do research, but we don't want to stop by just publishing papers. We want to translate our ideas into real contribution for this real society of the future. So to summarize, how to apply, there are 3 application periods in a year. For the master's degree program, for the spring intake, you need to be fluent in Japanese, and to prove the N1 score must be shown. For the fall intake, it will be in English, so just prove yourself that you're fluent in English. For the doctoral program, you can start either in spring or fall intake period, as long as you can speak either Japanese or English. However, because of the main supervisor assisting PhD students, please contact one of our faculties as soon as possible, and you have to do this and come to agreement before submission. For detail, please visit our website, and there's a section called admissions, and if you click on it and continue, there will be a PDF download file, and it has all the details necessary for you to apply. The application is in 2 processes. Screening 1 is to review your submitted materials, the writings. And if we want to continue and discuss and know you more, we will invite you to online interviews. So you do not have to travel. Everything will be done online. For more detail of the introductory information session video, please visit our YouTube site to learn more about KMD. So Institution of Creativity and Innovation to design our desirable near future post-COVID-19. Thank you very much. And let's move on to our Q&A session. So I'll stop my slides and let's see if there's any question, I'll be happy to answer your questions. Let me see, where are we? Maybe I can begin with a different set here. So what are the requirements to apply at KMD, and is it possible to apply if I don't have Japanese language certificate yet? Yes, as long as you're fluent in English. If you're a non-native English speaker, then TOEFL or IELTS score would be very important. If you have an undergraduate degree from English taught university, then that is a proof already. So you can apply for September intake. If you are desperate of joining us in April, then yes, you need a score, N1 score of proof of your Japanese language fluency. Okay, so let me see, here we go, where are we? Is there a course for arts and music? So KMD do have classes, the courses, but we are not really course intensive. Our value lies in the real project activities. There are students from music conservatory, and they started very innovative music-based projects, and you can learn from peer students and something like that. Arts is also something that we care about. Again, we don't have art-specific class, but we have projects around innovating the arts community and museum space. For master's program, is it necessary for admitted students to first be a research student? For KMD, no. You can directly apply and be admitted, and you can join KMD as a degree student. Do we need to get in touch with advisors before application. If you are a master's degree student applicant, no. But if you are looking into doctoral program for PhD track, yes, please contact one of our full-time faculties as soon as possible. If you don't know whom to contact, go to our website and you can write to a general post, and then it comes to me and I can link you up. How many students do you plan to admit in period 3? We don't have a specific rule, but the annual quota, we're trying to admit 80 students plus. So roughly, what would that be? 25 to 27 per period. But we're not really limited and make it as a hard rule. If we think we like you, we try to admit you. If we think we are not confident in you, then unfortunately we might give you a reject. There were some applicants who got rejected first and reapplied and successfully joined KMD. So try your best. Is there a specialization in gaming? We do have a project and some kind of a gaming effort. Professor Tetsuya Mizuguchi, who's a world famous game designer, is part of KMD. So game is very important to us. Does KMD have a master's program? Also, is there any entrance exam for admissions? Yes, please do visit our website and download PDF, and it has all the details. There's no exam. There are things that we want you to write and submit, and then there's a online interview sessions. Are the courses online then? Yes, it's 100% online, except some of the class session will be done in physical space. If you really want to have a embodied experience of prototyping with your whole body, then online session doesn't make any sense. If you need to make prototype with 3D printers or laser cutters, then we give a special access to our facility by reservation basis. But as much as we can do online, we have a series of online first. So if you can do online, do it online. If there are things that cannot be done online at the quality, then we give option of doing in physical space as well. But even if we are doing in physical space, if some students cannot join, we constantly connect online as well. So you have an option of physical participation or virtual participation. Do you have entrance? Well, I did this, right? Hi, Professor. Does every master degree program have the same requirement? No. So KMD has our own requirements and process of admissions. I'm not sure about all the other ones. Please do visit each other graduate programs of Keio University to learn more about it. Okay, so I think we finished. Will Jimaro program held into, so this is for science and technology, Miki Sensei, right? Okay. So
yes, like we're planning to have the Jimaro program this year too. Of course, the situation is really bad, and actually, like Japanese students who apply for the Jimaro program are now studying in Japan, and they're learning like online.
Okay, so well, thank you very much for listening, and I hope I inspired you. And please consider KMD as your next career path. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Professor Inakage. Now we'd like to have a few words from Professor Norihisa Miki as a closing remark on behalf of Keio University. Professor Miki, please.
Okay, so thank you everyone for coming to our booth. And you know that the COVID-19 situation is really bad, and actually it restricts our, sometimes like it discourages our almost kind of motivation and kind of a lot of possibilities, but still like we offer a lot of opportunities. So do not hesitate to contact us. We can offer you like many chances to come to Keio University. And also like if you have any interest in like research, and also like as I said, like Keio University have 14 graduate schools. Okay, So maybe you have some troubles like to find out the kind of the best graduate school like you are kind of suitable for it, but just contact us, okay? Just contact the International Center, and then like we can let you know like the suitable graduate schools for you, okay? So again, like thank you for coming to our booth, and we are looking forward to seeing you very, very soon, maybe online or like offline. Okay, so thank you very much and have a good day.